Okay, I'm called Karen Attwood, and my business is called Classy Cupcakes, and I produce cupcakes, as you can see here, for Nottingham and the environs.
Okay, can you talk me through a day for you, a typical day? How does it pan out?
Well, gosh, it really depends on what my customers want. So the problem with running your own business, I found actually, is that there's always something to do. So you can't have a day on and a day off. So one day I might be going to meet a potential customer and talking to them about what they require. Another day I might have a bride and groom coming to see me to talk about what they want for their weddings. Another day I might be looking at new recipes maybe and trying new recipes and new ideas. And another day I might just be washing up all my stands.
So it's very
It's
changing.
very varied, yeah.
Okay, can you talk me through maybe a good and bad day for you? What's that like?
Well, they're probably the same thing actually, because a really good day is a really, really busy day. So when you've got lots of orders, you've got lots of people on the phone, and you've got lots of emails coming in. But the bad news about that is that there's only me running this business, so I have to deal with all of those things. So I'm often in the kitchen all day, and then spending the whole evening working on my emails and my marketing and my website, my Facebook and my Twitter and everything that you need to run a business these days.
Okay, and can you just talk me through what it is you actually do? You make cupcakes, what does that actually entail?
So what that means is that I've created my own website, and I've taken pictures of all of my products, and I have created a range that people can buy from me. So I've had to cost it all up. I've had to make sure that I'm making enough money. I've had to source the best ingredients and create my own ranges of cupcakes that all fit together nicely. And then I have to work out where I'm going to advertise this thing. And then I'm out at shows, I do events. And it's really just talking about what I do, what I offer. I'm not sure I answered your question then, but...
Sort of. But in terms of making the cakes, what does that involve? What's the process?
Oh, okay. So making the cakes, I have to be really organised when I make the cakes. So I've got to make sure I've got all my ingredients in. And for this order that I'm doing now, it's a huge order. It's 500 cakes. So, you know, I can't be making 400 of them and then suddenly realise I've run out of butter. So I've got to make sure I've got all my ingredients in, and then I'm just really organised with, you know, I make them all from scratch, and I make them all the day before the event. So this event's tomorrow, and the whole point about my business is that it's fresh, really freshly made, not like going to the supermarket and buying it where it's been stuck in a box for a week. So you know, I just have a plan for the day when I've got a big order, and I make my cakes. I have to beat them up. I've got the best recipes. They're secret.
Of course, they need to be, don't they?
Then I make the cakes. They've got to cool down, and then when they're cool, I get ready with my icing or my decorating ideas. And every single order's different.
Really?
So what I try and do is a real bespoke kind of service. So, you know, it could be this, or it could be all with writing on. Sometimes I do it for kids' parties where you've got all the kids' names written on, you know. So I've just got to get ready really with whatever that day entails.
Okay, and so if a client comes to you, what's the process that you go for to find out exactly what they need, and then prepare you for what you have to do?
Well, it's a couple of different ways really. So I've really got into Facebook. I think Facebook's a great way, because I haven't got a store, I work from home. I haven't got a shop where somebody can come to, and I just make to order. So what the challenge is to show everyone what I do on my Facebook and on my website. And it is like a shop window, you know, that's what I think it is. It's my shop window. And what I try and do there is suggest ideas, show them previous work. But a lot of my marketing also encourages my customers to come along with wacky ideas. And I love it when the phone rings and someone says, "You'll never believe what I want." And that's a real challenge for me to make that for them.
Brilliant. What brings you to work every day? But obviously you work here, so what motivates you to do the job that you do?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people have said to me, "Are you sick of cupcakes yet?" I worked out recently that I've made 20,000 in the last year for orders. I'm not sick of them yet, no. I've got very good at making them, and I love working with my customers. I get a real kick out of my customers being really happy, and I get lots of good feedback, and that makes me really happy.
Can you tell me what the how has cupcakes become so fashionable? Because there was a time when everyone was just making big old cakes. Now we've got these really cute cupcakes which just seem to have taken over. So how did that come about? Do you know?
I mean, no one really knows, I don't think. They started in New York and they were on the programme Sex in the City. So that's when they first started coming out, but no one really knows. And I think it's quite interesting. I've been writing a blog, and this is one of the answers I'm trying to get to. So, I mean, lots of people say baking at home is really lovely, and it's a lovely way of kind of just filling the house with nice smells, and it's quite a relaxing thing to do. I had quite a stressful job before, so baking is a really lovely thing to do. But I think there's something about the visual appeal of them as well, and there's something really informal about them that, I produce them and they're in a box and you can just take the lid off and everyone dives in, and I think everyone's really enjoying that. And I think people like to make them themselves as well, it's quite a nice thing.
Can you talk to me about the misconceptions that someone might have about, or people might have about, you working at home making cupcakes? Is it a doddle?
It's not a doddle. I think somebody may think that it's all about just putting the icing on the top of the cake at the end of the process and handing it over. But actually it is very hard work. It is very hard work because it's everything. You've got to remember it's everything, right from the very beginning when you're just starting to publicise the fact that you're making cakes, right the way through to the end. So everyone loves the little end bit where you hand the box over and they say, isn't that lovely, and it's gorgeous, and you eat them. But actually, it represents lots and lots of hours in my kitchen. And like today's very warm, so I haven't been able to decorate during the heat of the day today. So I had to get up very early and start decorating. And then I had a break, and then I've got to start again this evening. So I won't start until 6 p.m. tonight. And I don't think I'll be finished until about 11 or midnight. And sometimes when I've got really big orders, I just have to stay up all night.
Wow.